Look, it's clear that DeSantis broke the law. The question is, which law did he break? His lack of character on display. He comes into another state, your state, to try to find pawns in a political game, rounds them up, sends them to an island, and then fundraises off it.
I'm here for this. Gavin Newsom was asked his thoughts on Ron DeSantis recently, and well, he didn't pull any punches.
And this segment comes in the wake of DeSantis' vile political stunt involving Venezuelan migrants that he is now, by the way, under criminal investigation for.
We are opening up a case with an investigation with regard to the suspected activities involving the 48 migrants from Venezuela.
Citing not only DeSantis' ugly comments recently.
Foreigners have a right to come into our country whenever they want to, whether it's illegal immigration or whether it's just mass immigration through the legal process like the diversity lottery or chain migration.
But more importantly, the dire state of affairs in Florida in regards to women's rights.
Attacking not just reproductive rights, they're attacking your ability to go to a library and get a book. His lack of character on display. He comes into another state, your state, to try to find pawns in a political game, rounds them up, sends them to an island, and then fundraises off it. What does that say about his character and the character of the Republican Party that celebrated that act of cruelty and dehumanization? So I called it out because I find it offensive and disgraceful, and I find it increasingly normalized now in the Republican Party. It's certainly well established here with Greg Abbott, who is apparently getting more attention on this topic than Ron DeSantis, and he wanted in. And I mean that. And that's what's happened to the Republican Party in this country, and that needs to be called out, and Ron DeSantis rightfully is being called out, but by not enough people. And that's what concerns me, particularly with the silence, the appalling silence within the Republican Party.
And as DeSantis does his best Diet Coke version of Donald Trump.
And I'm just sick of seeing him. I know he says he's going to retire. Someone needs to grab that little elf and chuck him across the Potomac.
It's important that people like Newsom speak out against it and push back.
Attacking not just reproductive rights, they're attacking your ability to go to a library and get a book. 1,651 books they tried to ban this year. 801 in Texas. 566 in Florida. By the way, PolitiFact that. I mean, it's amazing. You had Ted Cruz up here. I love it. Green eggs and ham. But this is amazing. Ted Cruz sitting up there. It seemed like 20 years ago he was lamenting about Dr. Seuss Enterprise self-selecting that they thought on the spectrum some of their books they were publishing may not be, in contemporary terms, books they want to republish today. He was so disgusted by that book being banned, but he said not a word about 801 books that have been banned in his own state. He's not said a word about Toni Morrison's book that was banned, Beloved. Not a damn word. Books on Japanese internment, books around Rosa Parks, books around Martin Luther King. In this country, in the United States today.
This November is Rowvember. MeidasTouch just released its brand new collection of Rowvember t-shirts and pins to let the country know what's at stake this upcoming midterm election. Go to store.meidastouch.com to grab yours. That's store.meidastouch.com.